So much of this process is about problem solving and making breakthroughs.
Filmmaking has majorly evolved during the recent decade. Animated movies with special effects have an audience that knows no bounds. With each passing day, we observe advancement in the field of filmmaking. The latest attraction of all has been The Mandalorian. It's an outstanding piece of work. So today, stick around and let's dive into what it looks like behind the scenes of The Mandalorian. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We're giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice, so be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter this giveaway. It's really that simple. 1. From the green screens to the LED screen. The most extensive advanced feature The Mandalorian managed to hit was the minimalistic use of the green screen. Jon Favreau used this in The Jungle Book and is known to put the LED background to use. Since Jon Favreau had already experienced and learnt the ups and downs of using the green screens in his famous animation pieces, The Lion King and The Jungle Book, he was adamant about trying out something more significant and cost-friendly. The entire series used stagecraft, requiring actors to perform in an immersive and massive 20-foot high by 270-degree semicircular LED video wall and ceiling with a 75-foot diameter performance space, where the practical set pieces are combined with digital extensions on the screens for shooting. Jon Favreau's virtual set, The Volume, was said to have state-of-the-art features. Janet Lewin, the co-producer, made the entire crew bring in their ideas before rolling the cameras. Rob Bordeaux, along with Jon, made the whole set designed in game engine ahead of time and had in-camera effects. This design helped them achieve everything in the camera and were able to photograph in final pixels. Richard and John, the producer and director, made the film in a dynamic setting harmoniously. 2. VFX, the future of films. Jon Favreau has set the precedent of change in the world of filmmaking forever. The use of groundbreaking technology in these live-action series has altered the art of storytelling. The feel of each scene and sequence seems stunning and in real-time environments. 3D sets were created digitally with larger-than-life LED screens instead of green screens used earlier in Star Wars. This franchise has always mastered the art of building a world not close to yet so real in existence. Mainly due to the use of high-end technology, this revolutionary production technique also has its pros and cons. Let us shed some light on them. The next-generation techniques used allowed directors to have a view of the final product through their cameras. On the contrary, there's a negative effect on the cost effectiveness. 3. High-cost post-production. One of the biggest challenges a producer and director, along with their teams, face is a production cost and then post-production cost. Due to the use of the latest filmmaking techniques, the filmmakers were able to create large sets such as The Volume virtually and reduce the production cost otherwise levied on actual locations, which gave rise to the high post-production cost. The kind of people expected to manage the green screen effects, light appropriation, sound dubbing, virtual set designing, and seamless videography are highly educated and trained in the use of technology. Integrating technology used for a video game camera into a live-action sequence of a movie to give the viewer a seamless experience is all on the shoulders of these post-production heroes. 4. Investment of time and resources. It was apparent to Jon Favreau that the use of time and resources in the post-production stage would be higher for the series. The creation of the final product needed more technicians. The trained professionals were hard to acquire and bring on board. It was challenging for the team to work coherently and never lose a point where quality could be compromised. Jon was very hands-on and participated in each stage of post-production. Therefore, he was not only spending money, but employing his expertise and vision each step of the way. 5. Two doubles used for Pedro Pascal. For almost the entire series, Pedro Pascal was behind his helmet. However, it is not uncommon for action lead heroes to use professional stuntmen and doubles for specific sequences. The very same need arose in episode 6 of season 1, and thereon following many, where highly trained stuntmen were taken for service to Mando and handling dangerous firefighting and Jawa scenes along with Baby Yoda. Despite using a stuntman, Pedro injured his nose under the helmet, resulting in 7 stitches on his face. He is a man of high work ethic, therefore he got himself stitched up and continued his work the same day. This act of his shows how invested the actors are behind the scenes. 6. Optimal performance by actors. The most significant benefit of using high-end technology lies in the quality of of the final product. It enabled actors to perform to the best of their abilities, feeling like they were at the scenes and sets in real time. This enhanced their ability to bring in the right amount of emotion and expression. 7. Acting behind the shining armor. It was a rather difficult task to play a hero when Pedro could not use an ounce of his facial expressions. Through the entire series, he displayed immaculate body language and gave an award-winning performance. It was an unlikely event for the Star Wars franchise. The heavy reliance on body language must have been extremely hard for him as an actor. The Game of Thrones actor Pedro Pascal said in a show that acting in the armor was incredibly liberating in its way. He also told the audience that he loved the mystery of Mando, and it was not as easy as it seemed. He added it was not about him hiding from the exterior, but also from himself and following a code of professionalism and heroism in his character. He also revealed his fascination with Star Wars as a child, and being able to step into a job that stimulates in such a visceral way his childhood memories was extraordinary also. 8. The cliffhanger to die for. The Mandalorian created high anticipation in the audience from the second episode. It started the brand value of the series and made it a ravishing hit. Jon Favreau, while speaking to a TV channel, said that The Mandalorian was inspired in the same way as Star Wars was. The era of Western and the cliffhangers now and then, which kept its audience hooked into following each upcoming episode, was also an inspiration. The biggest cliffhanger, which blew the doors open off social media and enthralled the audience, was when the bounty hunter hero Pedro Pascal unveiled a baby. Baby Yoda was by far the most exciting addition to the series. It also helped in the character evolution of Mando. It changed the perspective of a bounty hunter to a person who became thoughtful of his actions. 9. The background score. Jon Favreau made sure new and innovative music was born for the series. His ideology is deep-rooted in aesthetics of the uniqueness of the product. Ludwig Göransson was Jon's choice for the composition of The Mandalorian's background score. Ludwig is widely known for traditional ways of recording and writing music. Integration of yesterday and today's art of music composition is child's play for this genius. He knows how to blend them both seamlessly and create masterpieces that leave an everlasting impact. He told the audience in an exclusive interview that he had about a month to compose the score, where he had recently set up his new studio. He went about recording real sounds rather than generating from computers. Ludwig shared that he connected with his inner child while composing. Flute, piano, and a set of drums were the primary sources of music recordings for him. You may be familiar with Göransson's previous pieces of work in The Creed and Black Panther. 10. Star Wars vs. The Mandalorian. Jon Favreau, in an interview, expresses his point of view about the inclusivity of The Mandalorian with the Star Wars. He shares that even though he wanted to stay in line with Star Wars inspiration, he did not want to lose the originality of The Mandalorian. The impact of storytelling with the idea of good against evil shall stay intact. However, the evolution of the hero's character shall be coherent with that of samurai. The team behind The Mandalorian successfully made the new series in line with Star Wars, but did not fail to create The Mandalorian's originality. Jon ensured that he inspired the track of samurai stories where there was a lone wolf and cub thing at the end. It laid the foundation for a baby in the series for co-creator and executive producer Dave Filoni. He struggled with the look of the baby from ugly to good-looking in a way where it was not acceptable being from the outer world. Eventually, Christian Altman's rallying design around which the child's imagery was created was that of Baby Yoda. Stuart Freeborn, inspired by the face of Albert Einstein, was able to bring Baby Yoda to life with makeup and creature supervision, the expressions of which mainly worked from eyes and ears. 11. Mark Hamill alias The Mandalorian. None of the audience was aware of this cameo done by Mark Hamill. He lent his voice to the bartender. It happened in the episode where the Mandalorian had business in Tatooine. Hamill has done this earlier to a character of an alien nature in the Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. He is the later beheaded Resistance spy, and Star Wars The Last Jedi as the little alien goblin on Canto Bight who drunkenly shoves gold coins into the BB-8. It is inspiring to see a role done by him in such minor capacity, which seems too below his horizon. 12. Used merchandise. Jon was highly creative in using costumes, merchandise from various museums, other movie sets, and even Star Wars sets. He creatively embedded all in his high-technology filming process. He shared with a journalist that he could easily trick these computer guys with his already used props, making them believe they were new as a pin. His creativity knows no bounds. There is a great deal of hard work and relentless effort that goes in the making of such elevated movies. It raises the quality of entertainment and the art of storytelling. From an economic standpoint, the next generation filming industry has shown a growth rate of 10% in employment since 2006, which adds prosperity to the industry. Overall, it is a win-win for all the initiatives linked to such series. On this note, we are going to wrap up our video. Thank you for watching.